Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you behavior trying to get all the content out of me at one time. Which is more like me mistiming everything. They recently dropped a dev update, um, and I'm going to be releasing this the same day that me and Neo went through their last live stream that we were behind on. But neither here nor there. I saw that they released this a couple hours ago, but fortunately, I was busy with, well, that you don't need to know. That sounds worse than what I mean. Anywho, dev update. Let's get into it. The Mori update. They reverted the offerings for Ivory and Ebony Memento Mori offerings because that was just really fucking stupid for you to take away that option to get 4 Moris in a game. And they are retiring the one that is going to be a base kit feature. So that's fine. We will offer 1 million BP for any unused offerings, which you can claim by simply logging in between October 8th and October 17th. Now, I, that seems kind of low. Okay, that seems kind of low. Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit greedy, but I don't know. I was hoping it was. Nah, of course I knew the answer, right? That it's not going to be 1 million BP for each, but they should do what they did with the old ooh, what offering was that? I'm blanking on what offering it was, but it was like 10,000 BP for every X, Y, and Z offering that you had. What was it? Goodness, why can't I remember right now? Was it, was that when they retired Hawkins before bringing it back eventually? Can't remember. Uh, Anywho, that's glad they used their brain and listened to everybody on, like, why would you take that away? Skull Merchant, I'm hearing that this is terrible. I really just leave Skull Merchant alone at this point. It's clear you have absolutely no idea what the fuck to do with the character. Leave her the fuck alone. But they're doing it again. This time, Skull Merchant gets her haste back. Gains 5% haste when a survivor is scanned within 5 seconds of placing a drone or changing its rotation. Why? Okay. From what I understand, a lot of people hated the fact that she was getting haste more so than people being hindered, which in this game, hindered doesn't really do much. It is the haste, which is weird that that value seems to counterbalance. Like, I know people hate going against Clown, um, but a lot of people actually say that's more so because of what the gas does to their screen, more so than the actual slowing effect. Um, so, interesting. But, hey, then talking about hindered, they increased the hindered when scanned by a drone to 8% was 5. Okay, if it still has one beam, don't know how this is going to work. Increased drone rotation speed to 95 degrees per second was 85. Sounds like they still have only one beam. Okay, still sounds stupid. Decreased movement speed when deploying a drone or inspecting the radar to 4.4 was 4.6. Take that away. Stop fucking with the character, slowing down when they pull out their powers. It's not like what they claim happened for Singularity. I'm sorry, not Singularity. For the Unknown, where it's just like you can fake the power. Nobody's fucking doing that for that point. You giving us this fucking mechanic in which the only way to delay it is to deploy clone. But that's neither here nor there because we're talking about Skull Merchant. Skull Merchant, I'm looking at my fucking phone. Let me look at my phone. Trust me, if you see the kids nowadays, I do sound like a boomer, I'm sorry, but they are just going full speed down the sidewalk, and sometimes I'm not going to say that because that might promote dangerous activity. But yeah, it doesn't take much to look down at your phone. So if the dumbass kids can do it walking down the street, I think Skull Merchant can do it when actively hunting people. Change: fast folks are no longer detected by drones. What? 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 We intend to revisit the Skull Merchant in a future release for a larger rework. Stop. Behavior. Stop. 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 If a member of Behavior's team, at this point, you could be on the fucking art team and you can just leave a message on somewhere else. and leave this timestamp on whoever needs to see its door. Leave her the fuck alone. Just stop. Either at this point, accept maybe you're bad at it, or just that your community is this much of crybabies about no matter what happens with this character. It will not be liked by both sides. You keep doing things so that she feels worse to play, and that even when she's at her worst, dumbass survivor mains will sit there and cry about whatever the fuck she does. Her power could be pull out her phone. That's it. That could be it. It could just be tracking on her phone. Oh wait, we did that, but I don't know. Right? Like it could just be look at phone. That's all you do. And some survivor mains will still cry that she's OP. Her ability could insta kill. And some killer mains will cry that, oh my gosh, she feels terrible to play. Leave the character alone. You're bad at it. Everybody's bad with it. Everybody's bad at it. Leave it alone. Hillbilly. Increased overdrive, chainsaw movement speed to 12, was 11.5. Was a little low during the PTB, so we increased it slightly, landing it in between the PTB and previous live speed. It takes a lot to get good at Billy, so I think this idea isn't warranted, but hey, whatever. Distortion. Reintroduce tokens. Fucking hell. Tokens now recharge over 30 seconds while in chase, up to a maximum of 2. We found a single use of distortion to be very limiting. So we have reintroduced the token mechanic. These tokens now recharge while in chase rather than by being... Okay, that's better. This will prevent distortion from hiding the survivor for the entire match and reward those who are play well during a chase. Yes, who are play well during a chase. You got it. And this perk also can just stay going, but fuck it, we'll see. Zanson. Now, I will eat a bit of crow on this one. For the proposed rework, I thought it was fucking stupid. Somebody in my comments let me know that it was like, hey, but there's no cooldown. I think that's gonna be busted. I'm like, bring back old Jansen. They're like, nah, probably not. Anywho, I say all that to say that once live or PTB happened, I heard a decent amount of feedback that it was better than I gave it credit for. I don't, from what I understand, because I didn't get a chance to play this PTB. From what I understand, it wasn't that giga broken. Correct. Let me know in the comments if it was, but apparently it still need to be tweaked. So now they are making it so that survivors who drop a pallet have their aura revealed for 8 seconds, 6, 7, 8. You know how that goes. 8 seconds. Who drop a pallet have their aura revealed for 8 seconds. Alright, they drop a pallet on my head. I get stunned for 2. I see them for 6. What does that do for me? I guess combining this with I'm all ears might be the wave. Oof. Also, reintroduced aura reading for pallets and vaults within 32 meters. That's all I cared about. So, I will say Zansen, people were like, oh my gosh, this is just so good for Pyramid Head now. And I'm like, with the one that was on PTB. And I found that hard to believe, like, any more so than what Zansen already is good at doing. Like, if the previous one just told you where pallets and vaults were, you could plan accordingly the same way you can see somebody through a wall who just was near a pallet or a vault could do. But that required asking the DbD community to use too much skill. So, hey. But this one, I think this is going to be the best thing that you can use for Pyramid Head now in general. And that clown main, I think they also will be happy to using Jensen. Remove no longer reveals the auras of survivors near drop pallets. Yeah, that's the thing that I hate it pretty much because my biggest thing about that too was that it was going to promote dumbed down, possibly negative effects to the user. where the example I ended up clarifying in my comment section is that just like how you use bamboozle, or how not how you use bamboozle, but how a lot of people throw on bamboozle, they go, "Oh, I can cut survivors off now." Or even if they've played the game for a while, you go, "All right, I can block this window," and then you find that you're vaulting things that probably would have been just more beneficial if you didn't vault whatsoever, as opposed to blocking the vault. Um, Now you have new players that'll do something like trying to vault TLs for that situation that lead into another connecting jungle gym or something like that. Um, so that's a new player fault, but for even people that are experienced, you go, all right, yeah, I'm playing Bubba. I can only play Bubba with Bamboozle. And I know I said experience, but like, a little bit more experience because Bubba takes a little bit. Um, I vaulted this. I should have him this time. And it's just like, if you actually just kept your chainsaw going through all of those charges, you would have them. So I'm glad that Jansen is less foolhardy or fool. I guess it's more foolproof now. So I'll take that. Corrective action once again turns missed skill checks into good skill checks. When corrective action activates, reveal the aura of the survivor who missed the skill check for a few seconds. That's fucking funny as hell. Removed corrective action no longer has a range limit. Huh. Okay, so this is how people were doing gens in like 15 seconds. Uh, Going from great to good is better. Laughing at your dumbass friend who's gonna get highlighted for missing a skill check is fucking funny. That is completely just a negative. Like that is just a negative. Like you are just offering somebody up to the killer. That is, I don't know why you put that in there. I guess because it no longer has a range limit, it's more viable. But I don't know why you did this. Oh man, honestly, a killer. I might even just laugh at people that are now highlighted by corrective action. I might go like, "What the fuck was that? Why am I seeing them?" And then I might think it's Gearhead. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. I'll be thinking it's Gearhead. Okay, assuming I have Gearhead on right now. If I don't have Gearhead on, then I'll probably figure out it's corrective action. But like, if you have Gearhead on and somebody has corrective action, you're gonna be thinking that this person is just a god at skill checks. Like you gonna think that they are amazing. I love that. It's so bad, but so funny. And then Deathbound. Uh, Effect now ends when losing a health state. Um, with the Oblivious effect being removed only when hooked, Deathbound ended up being active for far too long in most cases. We switched it to deactivate when a health state is lost, but kept the other improvements as is when they lose a health state. Hmm, hmm. So you can plot twist it away, and this no longer helps for hit and run stuff. I guess it is still better than old Deathbound, so fair enough, I guess. We'll take it. Uh, yeah. Was this article helpful? It gave me a laugh today. So, I'll be the 11 out of 13th person. But yeah, just interesting changes. And the fact that it's always interesting in the fact that why did you do some of these things, Behavior? I don't understand why you did some of these things. Like why did you ever think giving people why would anybody bring a Mori for more blood points if they get the final kill cam, as opposed to me just bringing more blood points no matter what happens in the match? Like, hello? That was never going to be worth it. Please, this gold merchant, fucking hell, you guys, fuck. At this point, I'd say delete the character just because you all clearly don't know what to do. And I've never been like oh, so unhealthy, because it's really not. It's not this hard. It's like just a little bit better than Trapper. Like just Trapper, but with like a radius. It's just Trapper. But hey, they're going back for it. Hillbilly. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Billy Main will tell me how bad that feels, and then I'll be like, "Yo, the poor Billy Mains. You were a dying breed, but now you're back." So, hey, distortion. The distortion. It might end up being the Survivor version of Skull Merchant at this. I shouldn't say at this pace, because needs more changes. But I know it'll never make everybody happy. Zenson, yeah. Corrective, yeah. Deathbound, yeah. But alright. So, if you liked the video, like it. Got a comment from me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.